revolver will deal more damage of the more pistol in the best use of your force. The real downsides are the revolver may prove to be more difficult, already has a few unique variants available. The revolver is a phenomenal pistol, and provided that you can get one with a good length of this gun, you should be able to receive one from one of the Protectrons in Dry Rock Gold. It on its own is a pretty powerful weapon. While it lacks range and has a pretty lousy power attack, the Ripper does benefit from a very high attack speed and blade customization. You can tack on some additional bleed damage, which can stack and deal a decent amount of damage per second. The Harvester is basically just a Ripper with the staggering legendary effect. The staggering effect can make it difficult for all types of enemies to fight back, including humans, which tend to be less susceptible to the heat temper effect. And the ability to attack while reducing the enemy's ability to attack you back is extremely useful and should make short work of even the most powerful enemies. While the Harvester is probably not as powerful as a Bleeding Ripper, it still holds its own pretty well. Plus, the Harvester is much easier to get as long as you have the full Harvester DLC. And if you're curious on how to acquire this weapon, all you need to do is go to Echo Lake Lumber for 6, the Nuke launcher. While there's not too much to the Nuke launcher, it's still a pretty good weapon, or should I say customization for the Batman launcher. In fact, the Nuke deals roughly 48% more damage than the standard Batman. And because any Batman can be converted into a Nuke launcher, you'll find that you can also apply this customization to the Big Boy Batman launcher and benefit from the Big Boy's inherent two-shot effect. The only real downsides to the Nuke launcher are that you're going to need a lot of gear control of quantum, and you also have to contend with the high ammo weight of Nuke provided that you're playing in survival mode. On the flip side of this though, Nuke of Quantum is much easier to find in the Nuke World DLC, and if you do play survival mode, it is worth mentioning that Nuke and regular mini nukes weigh the same. So if you have to pick one or the other, you're far better off using Nuke. Otherwise, there's not much else to the Nuke launcher. If you want it, you'll need to complete the Cappy and a Haystack side quest and make sure to side with Brad Burton over Sierra Metrovita. Number 5, the Fence Buster Baseball Bat. At one time, I would say that the Super Sledge was the best slow attack speed weapon available in Fallout 4. However, after the Nuke World DLC was added to Fallout 4, I would say that that honor now goes to either the regular baseball bat or the regular sledgehammer with the rocket customization. And this is because the rocket customization makes both the baseball bat and standard sledgehammer the highest base damage melee weapons in the game. All the Fence Buster is a baseball bat from the Far Harbor DLC with the penetrating legendary effect. And what this particular effect does is allow the weapon to ignore 30% of the target's damage and energy resistance. So if you modify the Fence Buster into a rocket Fence Buster, you should be able to deal a fairly significant amount of damage while ignoring some of the target's resistances. If you would like the Fence Buster, it can be acquired in Vault 118 in the Far Harbor DLC. However, if you would like to add the rocket customization, you will need the Nuke World DLC. Number 4, the Throat Slicer Disciple Blade. So when it comes to combat knives in Fallout 4, the Disciple's Blade is pretty much the best one available. On average, you should be dealing about twice the amount of damage that you would, provided you were using combat knife. The only downside to the Disciple's Blade is that, like combat knives, they lack armor penetration. So you may find you're better off using the melee weapon against something like a high-level Mirelurk or high-level power armor user. As for the Throat Slicer, like the Pikmin's Blade combat knife, the Throat Slicer also possesses the wounding legendary weapon effect, which inflicts a certain amount of bleed damage over time. And because most enemies have no bleed resistance, a couple of swipes from the Throat Slicer will pretty much make whatever is in front of you die. Ultimately, the Throat Slicer is an enhanced version of the Pikmin's Blade, and if you want the Throat Slicer, you can purchase it from an NPC named Caitlin Alden at the Nuketown Market in the Nuke World DLC. Number 3, the Kiloton Radium Rifle. It's fairly obvious, but the Kiloton Radium Rifle is a variant of the non-unique Radium Rifle from the Far Harbor DLC. In my mind, I would actually consider it to be the second best rifle in Fallout 4. However, up against the right kinds of enemies like humans or other radiation vulnerable enemies, you may find that it's actually more effective due to the fact that these enemies are vulnerable to radiation damage. It's also worth mentioning that the regular radium rifle makes use of 45 caliber ammo and generally tends to maximize that particular ammo type's damage potential. So if you want to maximize your damage with 45 caliber, then the radium rifle is the best choice. All the kiloton radium rifle is simply a radium rifle with the explosive legendary effect. And for that reason, it's pretty powerful. Not only should you be able to enhance your damage with either the rifleman or commando perk, depending on how you play, but you can also benefit from the demolition expert perk to further increase your damage to insane levels. Whether you use semi-auto or automatic, the kiloton radium rifle is a phenomenal weapon. And if you want one, you can purchase one from Brother Kane after you join the Children of Adam in Bar Harbor Hills. Number 2, the Problem Solver / Splatter Cannon handmade rifle. So both the Problem Solver and Splatter Cannon are unique variants of what is arguably the best rifle in Fallout 4, and that is the handmade rifle. Not only is the handmade rifle capable of the highest base damage for a rifle, but it also has relatively light ammo compared to its potential damage output. Amount of ammo fired in survival mode. The Problem Solver and Splatter Cannon are basically enhanced versions of the handmade rifle that have the Furious Legendary effect, which increases the amount of damage that the player can deal on each successful hit. Obviously, this lends itself best to automatic weapons, however, you may find that it works fairly well on semi-automatics as well, especially when you're going up against enemies with a lot of health or high damage resistance. Now, the Splatter Cannon can be purchased from Aaron Corbett from the Yucatan market. However, the Problem Solver is acquired by passing a speech check from the PAX gang leader, Mason. Now, you may be interested to know that it's possible to obtain both of these in one playthrough. So, if you miss the Problem Solver for some reason, the Splatter Cannon can be obtained and is effectively the exact same thing. And finally, number 1, the Eternal's Gatling Laser. So there's no question that the Gatling Laser is one of the best weapons of Fallout 4. Not only does the Gatling Laser support one of the highest ammo sizes of all the weapons available, but it's also capable of dealing an impressive amount of damage per shot, provided the version that you're using has been customized with the charging barrel upgrade. The Eterno's Gatling Laser is basically a Gatling Laser with a never-ending effect. Now, normally this would infinitely expand the magazine size of your weapons, which would require you to still consume ammo. However, you wouldn't have to reload at all, which would theoretically increase your DPS. In the case of the Gatling Laser, though, the never-ending effect basically provides you with infinite ammo. Now, in order to acquire this specific experience, you will need to defeat an NPC named the Rogue Knight during the Amoral Combat quest for the Nuclear DLC. Alright guys, I think that's going to pretty much wrap up this particular video. If you liked this video, feel free to leave a like, and as always, take care, and I'll see you all next time. Later in this video, I'll be back to later on this. Oh my god, what is wrong with this game? It's so buggy. Everything is bugged. This is being this. Okay, Bugfesta, great job. Get back. Hey guys, my name is ESO. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be reviewing some of the new Creative Club content that Bethesda has just released with Skyrim. And there's some really cool content in here I really want to cover. We're going to be starting off today's video with Dust, which is the coolest thing that's come out, in my opinion. An ancient weapon from the previous game, Oblivion. It will actually start to glow red with this mysterious effect in the daytime. And we're going to be going over exactly what this weapon does. But first, let's clean it, and you guys can let me know what you guys think of it. grab this weapon, and the boss fight is insanely awesome. So, let's get started, boy. But first, a word from today's sponsors, Raid Shadow Legends. In case you've been living under a rock, Raid is a collection RPG which has amazing graphics, fantastic storyline, giant boss fights, and more than 400 champions for you to collect and personally customize. It's a classic RPG strategy game, but on mobile phones, so you can take it anywhere, and it's free to play.
19 Ultimate Roadwinds? Okay, that should not.
And the game expects to see a huge update this month. They always have weekly events to participate in, and you can even join my guild, ESO Legends, for some extra help. So what are you waiting for? Go to the video description, click on the special link, and you will instantly get 50,000 silver and a free epic champion to start your journey. I'll see you in the game. Let's start off with your transaction. $5. I've heard rumors about this ghostly apparition that has been forcing the rat away in Britain. I can head there and see if I can learn more. Let's fast travel to Britain. So here we are, my friend, in the lovely town of Britain. Now we must come downstairs into the rat away and find out what's been going on in our visit. Now, some of you will remember this blade duffel bag from Oblivion. Warning, stay out of the rat away. It has come to our attention that some misguided citizens have been venturing into the rat away late at night. To complicate matters, others have seen thin, spread rumors of their disappearance.
There we go, that's what I want.
Haunting the sewers. Please remind you that the rat away is not the same place as Holland, and any sort of ghost is nothing.
There we go, that's why I was looking for that +1 right there on the second online too. So Bill Sutter repairs Sweldy and Gounder and Hall, Stroll, Sprung, DeBrus, Gambrell, and Captain, Bird, Wood, VC, and Goddamn would take center stage on 4th line.
Oh. Guardian Vaults interesting. And there's infected here. Let's have a read, okay? 7th supporting star, 4th era, 171. My son, I do not have long for this world, but before the winter's night graces me, I will confess a great regret that will burden my heart for many years. Long ago, my brethren and I were commissioned to hunt down and ensnare a dark and powerful renegade captain, a man who was once a proud soldier, had become corrupted by a powerful artifact and turned darkness.
Damn, press 3 down. Nice, and then, yep, the repair surge shift, that would be just okay. That'll be fine. I'm okay with that for the repair surge shift. I want D to get going. Outer Wolf's power play. Strong.
To the guardianship of the very thing that arose in his second, the artifact. A powerful weapon that despite being the earthquake man, really just that until recent and lazy there of utter corruption and marriage, and his story is a sad tale indeed. But now, treatment goes on, my heart is free, and I was undue that which was done, free him from his misery. But alas, it's too late for me to take on such a quest. Therefore I pray to you, my son, that you will do this task in my stead. I beg you as a father last wish, seek him out and set him free. Your father, Celadon. And here lies dead Celadon. He was very old for his age. He was clearly trying to do his father's duty and dying doing so. Don't mention the Guardian Vault. Area, DLC, or mod, whatever you like to call it, but that's turned a big 1 billion mod downloads for Fallout Skyrim. Woo! Honestly, if you guys haven't seen my E3 reaction, I suggest you go ahead and watch it. It was very eye-opening stuff on how it came out with the thing. And to be honest, my reaction was fun. Oh, let's fix this to make it follow the go to investigate the fault. Why are these dead bodies flying around? I guess we'll go and explore what's going on with the skeleton. Hello down there. Oh! Hello. Okay, Bugfezzer. Great job. Great job on the new created content. The paid content that has all of these flying skeletons and bugs. Fantastic work, Bugfezzer. Fantastic work indeed. Are you actually kidding me? I don't know if there's a completely fault, so it could be my fault. But let's carry on up here. Defeats the Guardian. Why is he broken? Oh dear. The Guardian looks slightly disgusted, I'm not going to lie. Let's put him out of his misery. Oh, okay. Interesting. Investigate the whole thing first. Okay, we can do Guardian of this thing first. There's a lot of blood down here. The skeletons seem to be possessed in this area. What's the Pokemon hell? Can I actually make it from there? Use the whirlwind bridge now. Oh no! Oh, yeah. I have failed. I just jumped there. Oh no, I'm almost taken. Come on, defense, please. Please, defense. Yes, haha, it works. Defense that answered my prayer. Parkour, parkour. Okay, here we go. And hold this lock. Let's see what the parkour challenge will give us. A chest with, okay, some gems, a knapsack, just a standard lucid. I always pick up these rubies, but like my character never needs them. Parkour, 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 parkour. Oh, another secret chest.
Rudy Jackman's ready to play? Okay. Let me just get him into line then. Oh, Dawson Mercer's ready too. Nice.
Oh god, skeleton. Jesus. Oh my god, look. That's cool.
Oh wow, he loves that line, but how does he love
the magical barrier walks away. Very interesting. Let's head over to the northern data net.
There we go. That's a little bit better right there, but
hello there, strange lady. Oh, she disappeared again. Oh my god, what is wrong with this game? It's so buggy. Everything's bugged. This completely ruined this. I'm so sorry. I didn't know there's a completely fault, but like, there. What's going on? This is ridiculously buggy. I don't know if there's a completely mod guide, but seriously, I've never had an issue with any other mods I've installed, and I've got nothing to detect. I don't know what's happened, this is very strange. So this is the Guardian, and you pray to this lady, and now she's disappeared. Oh, he's a mage, a vampire mage, but he's using the help of all this attack. Okay, he's dead now. Oh, things are appearing and investigating each chamber at the moment. I'm trying not to get taken out.
oh, he does not like the power break down. Okay, fine.
Yes! I love human hearts. My favourite delicacy. That would help discover yes. So there's another little silver stuff in here. Aha, this. Oh! There it was. Excuse me, sir. Please stand back. He's dead. He actually seems to be the safest skeleton in here. The only skeleton that's not flying around, possessed by the spirits that have taken the dungeon. He's going through a lot of goblets and silver plates, isn't it? So there's a book here, the Cross Daggers, and also an Iron Dagger of Soul, a soul trap enchantment. So he met Sai Shell, I don't know how you pronounce his name, but he met us outside on the dock.
Well, I want him paying double.
We've done business before, she and I, the Southern Black Soldier and Corpses. They kind of dark, just honestly, kind of makes it really as you guys, I enjoy doing that on a daily basis anyway. But this is different. This is big. The sword is like nothing I've ever seen. Teeth like a sword, and blood red dead, etc. I said it must have been one of a kind. That's what he was. He told me there was another. My job was to swap them. We sealed the venture to the coin, of which 4 minutes later, the mage told me I was to be contacted.
I need to keep an eye on Quinn and Mercer and Williams for sure, and maybe just like Harvey and Walford as well.
All I wanted to know was the number of the legend. It was enough. Months later, as the deal had turned rotten, the mages underestimated their own magic, and we are free. Now we're all paying the price for our stupidity. Someone tried to fight their way out, but the sparks were gone, and begin to think hard. On top of that, every man backing spells has risen to find beside him, making him that much harder to kill. Oh God. I guess I have no one to blame but myself. I should have trusted my gut to start. Made jobs always had a bad stick with them, but this one smelled especially bad. But I wanted that gold so bad I convinced myself and the men that I was doing sugar. The funny thing is I don't even have the bloodthirst anymore. I lost it at the pits, at Father's tea, thinking I could just kill the mages once I got my hands on the other one. But when the smell went bad, the guild sealed the captain in the chambers and us along with him. Now all I have left is a festering wound from any stomach and a steady voice to show them. Chances are, this point is probably the only thing that will ever make it out of it. But who will tell you the story? Because this point was a lot of lives. It told a lot of grief, still a lot of love. I know this one is cursed, yet for some reason I can't let it go. This is the coin set, 80 gold. I wonder what happens to those who specialize in those stickers up. Nope, I seem to be fine. Nothing behind me. Nothing spooky. It seems the undead are still trying to come back to the dead and hang me. This isn't a depth lock and there's a journal behind it, so I'm going to have to use my amazing lock picking skill to break this open so we can find out the full story here. I love picking at 63, that is not the case. So this is the next journal of Selene. He died in it, clearly. First shooting star, 4 heroes on the we've secured a location that will serve us well. An old particularly abandoned smuggler's hideout in Britain. One of the council members, Gathering, has done fine business with the inhabitants and sympathized with their direction.
Oh wow, our power play, holy god! Okay, power play. Captain, Hall, Bean, and Sudden scores. Got that in Bean scores again.
With this much aid, building our craft and being offensively quickly. Once this is done, we will bring our remains to us and roll on by the ground. 18 more stars is done. Now we keep it. When he arrives, we will incapacitate him with our magic and separate him from his blade. We will then channel his life force and mana into our constructive device, which will use his own energy to shield the weapon from him. In essence, he will become bound to it for while we live. Spiritual hold. Hopefully this plan will work and we can avoid bloodshed. But given what we know of him, we do not wish his death. Perhaps there is even hope. Without his blade, we can rehabilitate him. But despite his crime, I've been taking the full stop. So he came here to save him, that he died in this prison cell, trying to hide himself from this man's wrath. Or, to be honest, they actually may have succeeded because the sword isn't being shackled from us picking it up. We just don't know where he is. If he still lives, then the sword is better anyway, despite being saved from the blade. I can have a quick look at it. Kind of reminds me of that lead Lord of the Rings, that scene in Lord of the Rings where Gandalf comes to, where all of the ring race are the new captives and comes to the dark cell with his prison leads down. Oh Jesus, the first smuggler, born from the dead, how spooky. How spooky indeed. Oh my god, wow, another first smuggler. Get ready. Oh Jesus, another one.
I never should have come down here. It wasn't worth it at all. Head back upstairs to the final chamber. Wait. And now you can see that the shield around the barrier is turned. What does it mean? I have no idea. Head down to the there's a lot of skeletons in here, and none of them seem to be flying around. Let's do it, I guess. Save the game quickly. Should I be worried? There's a lot of skeletons here that seem to be able to reanimate themselves, potentially. There's lavender here, and I can touch the tube. Let's read the journal first. 40 of lost it. Our guild has been commissioned to capture and restrain the renegade slave man. Any still fails to be spoken of his cruelty in marriage. Some people claim to be half certain. In addition to bearing arms to former employees, it is said that it wields an Akbari weapon of dark magic. The combination makes it quite formidable. Thankfully, the guild has great experience dealing with such things, and we will do death. We encountered our foe before this ongoing plan, and he escaped us. He was more powerful than we ever imagined, and many lives were lost as a result of our misjudgment. However, I am convinced that his dreaded blade is the source of his power, as I have witnessed firsthand the dark magic it wields. For the blade brings his life force and mana from any that before it. We must think of the way to separate our foes and source his power. If the body is separate our foe from his blade, and we must now set a trap towards that. I am certain that it will work, but to be sure, I must think of what senses towards that. I think it would be prudent to research what happens in the shop.
Daniel Spore, what does Steam want to go?
I would see that his madness and malice stemmed from the loss of his wife. The records reveal that after this tragic event, the darkness of the soul of the case, that's why his mind has been running around the place in spirit. However, pity will not save lives, he must be stopped in all events. Therefore, we have decided to acquire the remains of his loved one, and hope that this is brought to us. So that's why he's running around the dungeon as touched the tomb of the guardian's wife. Oh God! The curse among us is before. And there's a guardian blocking the way. I guess the most powerful guardian is. Oh my God, there's a lot of undead. This really big storm of the presence around here. Luckily, the other guy won hit. So powerful.
I mean, Grubat was a good signing for us as well. He's played good so far.
There's another guardian. Jesus. Look out, guardian. Oh my God, that really works. Oh my God, please, sir. I'll give you that call now. The graphic error is too strong. Where is he? Just there. Oh, I missed. Oh my God, coming back up. Oh my God, oh my God, it's a potion. I need some potions. Okay, oh God! Can't even see him, it's so... Is he dead? Is he dead? There's another one! Another guardian! Come back! Amazing! These are the worst. They're not supposed to their spells. They're not succeeding. The graphical errors are too strong. Let me know if you experience this on PC as well, guys. This is weird, to say the least. These skeletons are so annoying. I'm trying to hold arrows and everything else. The Guardian. These are trying to see where is he? There he is, quickly strike. Did he just shout to him? How dare you stop? Oh my God, I missed. He's too powerful. Even the dragon forces weren't against him. Oh God! Get away from me, Guardian. How are you a dragon ball? That's so confused with powers. Aha! we get pulled up again. Oh, goodness. I can see this blade. Look, where even is he? I can't see him. I'm fighting a ghost. Half my shots are missing. Oh, God, he's killed me. I've been defeated. A card, great. It's slain. Maybe that's good trouble. Here he comes, the Guardian. He got paralyzed! No! You're mine now, Guardian. I would play that. Now he changes into Lorax, but my sneak attack is not too goddamn strong. Your blade shield up. A letter proposed on her. I know that there is no power that will stop them from taking you away from me and into the battles of foreign land. I understand that this is your duty as Captain of the Blade, and your wife must respect something. Nevertheless, fear that you may never return to trouble me. Know that I think it is always we are back together in the light of the next, your beloved.
Alright, this guy. Dennis Reyes. Talk to Demons Good Bro. I need to sign Lennox and Reyes next year, probably.
Here it is. Go back. Pick it up. That was awesome, like really cool boss battle concept. Love the lore behind it. And now we get a look at the sword. Swordbang. So it's daytime right now, it is Swordbang. In daytime, it deals 7 points of fire damage. At night, it deals 7 points of frost damage. So only dealing 12 creatures. Pretty easy to do. It then absorbs 5 points of health and magic 4 magic. Okay, so it's quite good for like a spell force build because vampire might be able to benefit from it. But it's not amazing. It looks incredible. But the enchantment on it is a bit lackluster. I hope someone holds it. It does 23 damage, so it's still one-handed sword. Should be one-handed. Yep, that is very powerful. And also, it looks amazing. It's going to use it on the people of White. So let's take a look at Dustfang now.
Yep, he went his
and
folder.
test it out. As you can see, like the blade, looks insanely cool. I love the look of it. And also, like, man, when you draw it on its scabbard, it will then kind of like turn on, so the gems in it start to glow. I think they're soul gems, and then soul signs. And it is daytime on 4, which don't need this time, or it glows to represent fire effect. But if it's nighttime, oh, that transition to blue effect is so cool. And in most of this weapon here, you can obviously use force or spells with it, and then the absorb magicka / health effect, which can have more of an effect. Let's test it out with the Guards Fighter. Oh yeah, look at that force damage. Obviously he's a Nord, so he's kind of resistant to shit. It's all sitting off now. It's created these battles now. Get wrecked up. 40 bounces out of the white one. Get wrecked up. Ah, no, you're wrong. Let's head into the pub and have a food. Taste my blade, people of White Rock. Get wrecked up. You look like a warrior. Oh no, sorry, I must be mistaken. How is he more tanky than normal clothing? How dare you sit down? I'm going to talk to you all. Ha-ha, my power is unstoppable. Even the gods of White Rock cannot stop my power. Where are you running to, peasants? Oh my god! Dustfang is a brutal weapon. Brutal weapon indeed. Look at it. Literally gliding on the souls of its enemies. I love it. Twitching and fearing, even though he's dead. Hello there. Oh, you're on fire. Get ready, son. Is someone there? It's me, PSO. Back at it again with the dank blades. Watch out, Battle Lord. I never liked you anyway. Wahaha! Oh, I missed. Children, hello there. Why are you not married in Soda? We couldn't be happy together. Lucas, why are you attacking? Get back. Get back, Lucas. That's right, Lydia. Don't fall. Feel fashion in this round. Aha, it's my good friend, the priest. Come back here. I've shown Lucas who's fault and how he's attacking God while not falling. Oh, yes, Lucas. Double C. I'll get him from behind. Don't worry. Watch out, darling. It's funny because I'm a cruel person. Well, my friend, I'm going to end today's... Look how happy I am. Look how happy I am. I'm going to end today's video here, guys. I do hope you really... Are you kidding me? Get back. Oh! My God! Oh, goodness me. I'm disgusted. Absolutely disgusted. Did you? No, we're like friends, have we? Pickle me. Oh God. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I will be obviously reviewing the other stuff in tomorrow's video. But this one actually turned out to be quite long, but it was fun, so I didn't mind that. And I'd like to, my way of reviewing things is just to play. So this thing is working. $50 price tag. Bethesda has just added their biggest DLC update to the Creation Club to date. It's the 6th and 66th quest mod, and before I play through this mod with you guys, I just want to give you a spoiler-free review. So what does this Elder Scrolls V Skyrim mod add to the game? Firstly, we have 4 new armor sets and weapon sets. In fact, there are 38 weapons in total that this Creation Club mod adds to the game. 2 of which are unique weapons with unique textures that I'll be showing you how to get in the woods later. The first armor and weapon set though is the Dark Seducer set. Both the male and the female variants have been added, and all of the dark weaponry, including battle axe, bow, daggers, greatswords, maces, swords, axes, warhammers, and arrows. And the same again for the Golden Saints armor set, and may I say that the 3D models and textures for all of these weapons and armor in the DLC are insanely good. And I'm just really impressed. There's nothing but quality here. Then we have the amber armor and weapons, and again, all of the weapons are here, all of the armor set is here, and it's been reimagined in Skyrim, but it's still very much faithful to the original set that many of you will remember from the Oblivion DLC, the Shivering Isles. I just think they've done a fantastic job. And then finally we have the armor and weapons of Madness, including a completely enchanted helmet with plus 100% magical regeneration. And all of these sets can be crafted at a blacksmith, by the way, after you learn the recipe and you can enchant them yourself. We also have a unique two-handed Jiggle-Axe sword and Shattered Warhammer, among a bunch of other things, like new enemies, locations, Easter eggs, quests, lore, which is all unfortunately because the person don't want to invest any money in voice acting to create content. And this mod also includes all of the alchemy ingredients from Rare Curios, which have been added for free within this mod. And bear in mind, we're getting into Dragonborn territory here. The Dragonborn DLC was only worth $20. It added as many SBCs as many weapons, as many unique weapons as well. And it also added lots of voice quest lines, a whole new island area, locations, player homes to explore. It added so much content, but only $20. So when you look at this and you say, that's $15, it's not worth it, is it? Some people are still going to buy it, and here we are. I'm going to buy it and play through it for you guys and completely review it. So as with everything in the Kraken Club, we open up our journal and we find a new entry, the balance of power quest. I've heard a rumour that a chief caravan merchant has been running into trouble with fans along the road and is in need of assistance. I can speak to him if we ever cross paths. If we ever cross paths, let's immediately head over it right now. He's just outside of one front. It's my boy. Well, hello there, my new sugary friend. I've heard you've been running into trouble along the road. Oh, great. Having the whole storyline literally told me through does get a little bit tiresome sometimes. I mean, I'm right here. The guy could have spoken to me. Come on. Literally giving you an open dialogue. The roads have been unlined for this one, plagued by outlaws along the route from White Run to Markham. Guards travel with be sad, but they're ill-equipped to deal with one such as this. They wield strange golden weapons and wear gleaming armor. Richard has heard of such things only in story. Their encampment is found just west, north of Brittle Tree Park. Each time they set upon us, they shout, "The Saints would like to browse your wares today." That is so Shenogora, isn't it? The brute still mostly trinkets and oddities. No matter how cheap this one knows it to be, then they allow Rassad to go on his way. Rassad has not bought back yet. While it is hard this one's flavor, it is not worth a life. Rassad has heard of another gang patrolling the road further north, calling themselves the There lives their menacingly dark armor. Dark very coherent by the day. There is a camp along the road west of Fort Castan. This one would pay handsomely to anyone who would help. The sad fear anything might come apart and hand warrior text. About 20 years. My God, so now we know the location of both of their bandit camps, because that's apparently what they are, bandits. One of them is apparently just over here, the same bandit camp. Okay, we're here at Brittle Tree Park. I can actually see a dragon over there in the distance. Ah, these must be the same in the camp. So we can take them out. Oh, leave the cook. And we'll take out this one first. Let's get wrecked. Come at me, bro. Aha! I'm waiting out with you. Finish him! Stop! So this is the first bandit, and you can see this Kraken Club also added his alchemy ingredients. He's got a golden thing sort of like. Let's pick up this for sure. There's also a mannequin in here, which I assume has been unlocked. Maybe the bandit hasn't used this yet. We've got the notes on the blacksmith. Our blacksmith, Goldsmith, has gone mad. Most of the time, these facts are nonsense. This all started 3 days ago. Now he won't even pick up his hammer. We tried to talk sense into the lad. Looks like he doesn't even see it. He wrote down the means to forge our golden armor, and that was disputed. But he never told the soul where he left the blasted notes. If he weren't holding out hope that he might snap out of it, we would have already parted his head for the rest of it. He's going about playing under the bridge, like he was still a child. That's where I always put my toys. I know this thing used to live around halfway there. We could round up some folk and have a look. Okay, so we know where we can essentially get the recipe for crafting golden saint armor. Oh, he's also got a book on saint and a journal of bandit leader. Skill, weak, and a war axe, and a journal. Now this is what I call support. I'm proud to be one of the things. Every few days, Rassad comes down the road and his wares don't got nothing to sell, we can't stay in business. And then where would we be? We just skin a bit off the top of the time. Impact should be happy with our latest pay. He'll be leaving his cap up a calm flat to prepare for this soon. Those downward juices will eating into our profits until we grow them off our store. Other merchants pass through those paths, amazing us their jobs. And then we have the Saints and Seducers Journal, which gives us the backstory on them as well. Okay, so before we head over to the Seducers bandit camp, we need to come here to Half Moon Mill, where apparently under the bridge the blacksmith has left the notes on how to craft unique armor so we can make our own sets of it. Okay, so here we are at the Half Moon Mill, and I guess under this bridge just here, we're going to find some notes somewhere. I don't know where. Aha, there's a chest here.
Heading to Home Hardware for big holiday savings. Save $90 on a Milwaukee 18-volt cordless combo kit. And save 30% on select Energizer batteries. Come home for Christmas and save big this holiday season. Here's how. It starts with Goose Chicken. And ends with chipmunk cheeks. It's a tasty grin and ooey fun. Rice Krispies Squares bars.
Doctor's note, ebony ingots, gold, quicksilver ingots, and scroll of fire spirit. Let's read his notes then. You can now create new equipment. Okay, so we just learned how to make Seducer's armor from his notes. An ancient battle site was discovered near Tory's lair. On the ground was an assortment of weapons and armor from the data known as the Golden Saints and Dark Seducers, named Spoon and Bam. It is from this site that we took up their arms and joined together as bandit companions under their names. Since then, as only blacksmith, I have kept it upon myself to study these otherworldly artifacts, and now, at last, my efforts to reproduce the exquisite craftsmanship of the great Daedra has finally borne fruit. My mind, though, is not what it once was. If my memory fails me, at least those notes can help others keep the craft alive. One would be foolish to forge weapons with gold, as it is far too soft.